Hi, it's Ken here again. This time with my Yes vinyl collection. I'm going to kick this off with a fairly recent release, the Wilson, Stephen Wilson remixes. Lavish, expensive box set. I'll just pull one of them out. Slightly different cover for Close to the Edge. The best album by Yes, I feel, and probably one of the best progressive rock albums ever, with that fantastic inner painting by Roger Dean, who was intrinsically linked with Yes for his covers. All 5 albums, they're not all reinterpreted. I just pulled out the one that I think is the most striking. So there's 5 albums in there. There's the Yes album, Fragile, Close to the Edge, Tales from Topographic Oceans, more of that later, and Relayer, all remixed in 2016. So we'll get that out of the way. We've got 3 original singles here. Trying to do them in order. Here we go. It's Wondrous Stories from Going for the One. B-side is Parallels. We got Don't Kill the Whale from Tomato, depending where you're from. The B-side Abilene with the interesting Japanese influence, I realise. Probably a pun there somewhere with the whale and the 80s hit produced by Trevor Horn, owner of A Lonely Heart. Onto my not the original albums now, the new albums I bought. This is I always struggle with the number 91502. This is on coloured vinyl, multi-coloured vinyl. It's a record. I think it's a record store release. I'm not 100% certain. This definitely is a record store day release. It's the picture disc of Tomato. We're going with the English pronunciation. The little record sticker in there. Some people don't like these plastic sleeves. I think what other way would you show off the picture disc, protect it at the same time? Opinions vary on the playability of picture discs, quality, etc. But we're not there to discuss that today. This is the Yes album re-release, double album, so there's bonus tracks and stuff on here, single versions, etc., etc. Obviously, that's a new release. An album I didn't buy at the time, but I bought on vinyl since, and I'm really impressed with the one track, Endless Dream. It's a double album, this is, with a special version on the side for the Calling. Not my favourite album cover, it must have probably put me off at the time from buying it. We're on to original albums releases now, ones I bought at the time. This is another stunning Roger Dean, I think, cover, and was instrumental in me picking up these albums. I'm sure at the time. This is Fragile. I must open this up and show you if you haven't seen it, the whole caboodle there with that stunning imagery. I've got a version of Close to the Edge, which probably, it was one of those, like the Fame imprints, a cheaper version of, without the gatefold sleeve, without that fantastic picture on the inside. Close to the Edge, it's still original, not original, but a re-release original album, both from the 70s. Yes shows, double album, the follow-up, the Yes songs perhaps, which I did have in my collection, but I haven't got, unfortunately, anymore. This is a double album, live album, Wondrous Stories of Like It's Delirium. Another great cover, Relayer. This is as were most of them, a fold out, cut the pictures on the inside. Patrick Moraz took over from Rick Wakeman for this as the keyboardist, and brought something to the party, I guess. This is a compilation of earlier tracks and a few singles thrown in there. Yesterday's with then obligatory Roger Dean cover at the time. Controversial album coming up, which I think has stood the test of time quite well. It's Yes Drama with Trevor Horn and the Buggles team on there, adopted. A bit of an 80s feel to the pictures in the middle there. So I guess it's because it's from the 80s. There you go. So that's there in the collection. Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off, and they nearly did. It's a bit of obvious pens on the front there with a squashed tomato and stuff like that. Decent picture on the back, and that's tomato. Finally, the final album in my original albums. Yeah, going for the one. I think the track that I love most about Yes is on here, and that's Awaken. It's a work of pure genius, I think, and probably I think it's the best progressive track ever released. But we can argue about that all day. This has got a triple fold out, which I expose you to now, whether you like it or not, of pictures and images and stuff. Not my favourite album. Hypnosis, I think, designed this with a nude back of a nude man there on the building. Work that one out. And answers on a postcard, please. That's me today. That's my Yes vinyl collection. And to come soon, my Yes CD collection. So stay with us if you dare.